and because I was like, oh my God, I can't get into my email. It's not good. They used my, the codes that they gave you. Man, they used those. It was like, so even though that you have your phone number, it doesn't matter because they got a hold of those. Um, and then what happened was it was some obviously Russian people because all my everything went into Russian and they were trying to scam people on Bitcoin. So instantly you're going to be freaked out, and I had a panic attack. I was physically ill. I was physically ill, like because I don't, I'm not social security or whatever, like, and I have 12 years investment into the channel, 11 years, whatever it is. It's just like, oh, great, it's gone. And I knew something was wrong because, the days of me getting a community guidelines strike is like, you know, you can't get me to say anything I live stream all the time with like no fear of, like, you're not gonna fool me into saying something like, there's like trolls that are children or just, they want you to say something so that you get a community guideline strike, and that's not really going to happen. So, um, I knew that I didn't do anything wrong. So I knew that my channel had been hacked because I couldn't get into my email. So your email account, you can't get into anything, and you're going to be flipped out. And there is no number that you can call YouTube. That doesn't exist. No, I've been hacked. That doesn't exist. It's not going to happen. Now, I do have a friend, Jimmy Dresta and Taylor. Like, Jimmy's got, both have channels. Taylor Forrest has a channel, but Jimmy's channel's pretty big. It's like way over 1 million. He's got a new show out on Netflix. It's like Maker or something. It's a show about making stuff for kids with kids, stuff like that. It's charming. I was watching it last night. It's real charming. So I called and Jimmy gave me the name of somebody in California they own one of these like networks where they like brand your stuff. I had a bad experience with one of those. But anyway, so they were nice. They said that they were going to send it over to YouTube, but I was flipped out and really didn't. I don't know if that did anything at all because the end result is like it has to be the owner of the channel to do this, and they didn't really. I'm not part of their network, so I'd figured out what they do, and I was like, well, that's not really going to be helpful. So the one thing that you can do to get a hold of YouTube quickly, because you can't even chat with anybody. Do you understand what I'm saying? Your channel, somebody else is controlling, so you cannot. Like if I want to right now, I could try and chat with YouTube. I could just right now I could start talking to somebody, and that may or may not be helpful with whatever your problem is. It's you know, but you can talk to somebody, which that's different than like Facebook. So, and I talked to somebody recently, and I don't think that they would understand what I was saying, but I was able to talk to somebody, but boy, it just seemed like a bot, but I think that they're just sort of like, maybe it wasn't a bot and they were just saying things that they're supposed to say because they can only see a certain amount of stuff. But we did get paid on time. It was like some hours late or something. I don't know what that was about, but we got paid on the, like, 12 hours from where we should have really gotten paid. Maybe there was my bank holding it up or something. I don't know. So let me move on. So your channel gets hacked. What you want to do is you want to go to Twitter, and you want to contact Twitter, Team YouTube, at Team YouTube, and you want to say that your channel's been hacked. Mine was, hijacked. They were live streaming on it about this Bitcoin scam that was just like, Destiny recorded it. It was like, just like, really? Like how, there's a sucker born every day. It's weird that they're using someone's channel to scam people. Like, you send us this amount of Bitcoins and you'll be in this drawing. It was just like, how anybody could think that that is like nothing more than a scam, I don't know. But you contact Team YouTube at Team YouTube on Twitter, and you send them a message, and you might want to even do a post on Twitter saying this and send them a message. I need help. And they will respond. They will respond. I was a pain in the ass at times. Like, I was dealing with them, and they're like, well, you know, keep dealing with whoever it was, that whatever part of YouTube that was helping resolve the issue. But they will respond. So it's not like Facebook. You do get a response, and that's smart. They're using another platform to try and help people on their platform, because they know that if you get hacked, you're not going to be able to contact them through your email. There's somebody else is controlling your email. So contact them. Now, here's the kicker. You contact them, and there's a form that they're going to send you, and you have 72 hours to fill out that form, and it's time sensitive. Now, some of the information on it, this was really stressful, man. It was like 24 hours. I'm feeling like I'm going to have a heart attack now talking about it. Because I know that it's time sensitive, and they keep saying, you only have 72 hours. You need to fill this out. It's asking for information I can't get to, because the information, you have to be able to get into your channel to get it. Like your AdSense account number. Write all this stuff down now, just in case something happens, so that you have it ready, so that you don't have to, and it came down to the point where I'm like, I'm trying to explain this to them, and they're saying, we understand, but just fill out the form and get it in, or else we can't help you anymore after 72 hours. So it's time sensitive. Finally, somebody said, listen, fill it out to your best ability and send it in. That's the most important thing, that it gets in. So that's what I did. I didn't have the information. If you don't have all the information, it doesn't matter. Send that thing in ASAP. Don't screw around. Fill out the form, and then you go from there, okay? So know that. So don't get stressed out about. Give the information that you have access to, and that's it. Now, I also sent in screenshots. Destiny took screenshots of the YouTubers, right? And not the YouTubers, but the scammers on my YouTube channel. And so it was real clear. It was like they had my channel. They changed the name of my channel. It's just bizarre. And please be assured that my channel isn't the same. I lost subscribers, lots of subscribers. My view count is way down. That's why I figure it doesn't matter if I'm putting out, messages to Russia right now, like, you're being lied to, because my view count's down anyway. Because what happens when stuff, it affects the algorithm. So it's going to take a while for the algorithm to, start kicking in on my channel again. But there's nothing that I can do. I'm just going to press forward. I'm not a person that gives up. So I'm just going to keep doing what I do. But it is going to affect, it's going to affect your shit for sure. So there's really nothing that you can do about it. Just don't give up. It's sad that there's people that will rob people. There's at gunpoint. It's sad that there's people that will do stuff like this. This isn't at gunpoint, but I felt ill when this happened. I mean, something could have happened to me because of that, the stress that it caused, and the money that I lost, and they just don't care. They just did not care. It was so clear. It's all about them, and that's it. From what I understand, I'm not the only YouTuber that this has happened to, that it gets hijacked and then they're scamming Bitcoins on your live stream and stuff. Um, I, um, I don't really have anything good to say about these people, that's for sure. Um, People are broken. There's a lot of broken people in the world. And life's hard enough as it is. It doesn't give you the right to take from other people. It doesn't. Everybody needs to work. You know, there's no, the amount of work that they're doing to do this, they could probably do something legit. Because it wasn't easy for them to do this. It was very, um, it was a complicated process, and they've been going on for a while. So the other thing that you want to do is your computer. You want to clear all your cookies and everything. Clear all that stuff. Clear any passwords you saved on the thing. Um, so that's going to cause a problem too, because if you don't have them written down, you're gonna have to get back into all that. That was stress too in itself. Like, God, how do I get back in my MSN account? Because I gotta go. So my Facebook, all that stuff was just like, all the passwords need to be changed. I had to go buy a phone because I really only had one phone set up. I had two numbers, but it was, I was paying for two numbers, but the phone was an 8, and the SIM card was out of it, and I've been paid for years. But you sort of, like, if you have a YouTube channel, you got to have two phones. You want. So I had to go buy a new phone. It just, people are broken, man. I don't think that's indicative of Russian people are broken, because certainly there's people all over the world that will do stuff like this. People here, like in New York City, that'll, knock you in the head, take your wallet and stuff. So it's not, it just, oh, totally agree, Peter. This just happened to our work Instagram, and I spent the last 3 weeks sick. Sucks, right? I don't even want to look at my Instagram icon on my phone. Yeah, it causes, man, I was so stressed out. Like, Shelly, is that the real estate, or are you talking about your Instagram account for hospitality, for like cooking and stuff? Are you talking about real estate? It's so stressful, man. I honestly, like, man, I'm 58 years old. I got nothing, and that's one of the things that I have and I've worked hard for. I was I was shaking. I felt ill. Those people wouldn't care if I had dropped dead right there. You know? Just absolutely. Yeah, I'm 58. What? You think I was 48? Is that what you thought? If I was a little bit younger, I'd use those drops in my eyes so I didn't have to have reading glasses. Um, but it was really, for them to do this. They had sent me emails from somebody I knew in the past, and it had a thing that said strategies. I wasn't about to click on it. Now that I think about it, the name wasn't totally right, so they were using a different email with only two of the names. It's just like they were, like, really trying to do it, and I'll be honest with you, they got me when I needed money, and I saw something. It was like Levi's was offering like an advertisement deal, and to be a participant in their deal, you had to download their catalog, and then whatever. And it's the one time, like, I don't download anything, and I was just so I was in such a bad financial bind. I was like, well, I'm gonna try. Um, oh, really? They did it to wow. So your all's website was down for fucking 3 weeks. That's stressful because you can't make money, you know? You're talking about a lot of money there. Yeah, our work account, they changed the name. It was horrible. I finally got it all changed back and was able to go through all the messages apologizing to people. I'm still my channel is still screwed up. It's I had like over 7,000 videos. I was going through all the same completely horrible on it. Oh man, the first week was just horrible. I still have stress with it. And then now I have to like I have 7,000 videos. I only have 4,500 back online because they made them all private. So to make them all public again, I had to sort of go through all of them and make sure they're all supposed to be public because I mean there were times I was sending like a message to a dog owner through YouTube and stuff. I'm not saying anything, but it's just like, I have to double check. So I'm at about 4,500 are back being public, and I'm just like exhausted with the whole thing because I can only do like 50 at a time. It's just, oh man. The algorithm is fucking with my channel. Do you all have any idea who did it, Shelley? Like, I mean, it was clear it was Russian people because they changed all my stuff into Russian. You know, it was just like, well, that's obvious. You know, supposedly like the it came out of Ireland. It could have come out of anywhere, but it said Ireland was the phone number, but it could have been probably came out of St. Petersburg or something. That's all. That country is like so corrupt too. It's just like they don't even have like. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. They don't even have like proper news agencies. They have state-run news. You know, they believe anything that the government tells them. Yours is not the only one. Oh yeah, I know. Same thing too. They're selling Bitcoin on there. This is so annoying. My they changed mine to MicroStrategies Incorporated or some shit. It even showed up instantly on Social Blade as the new name. God, man. I assume that that's what it was the Levi's thing. So I never download anything. Like, you could send me a picture of your dog, I don't open it. I mean, seriously, I never open it. Ever. And then it's like, these circumstances, it's like, I needed to make some money. I was like considering doing advertisement, which I don't do that because it's too complicated and because of shit like this. But about a month or two earlier, I had applied for like this branding thing on YouTube, and I thought that maybe that was part of it. Like, it looked really, I mean, God, it wasn't just one email. It was I checked the email looked good, you know? Real rude, real rude, you know? They just, they just don't care. It's just like, people work and then there's people that don't want to work and it's annoying. It's like you can't steal from people. It's I got robbed in Kansas City a bunch of times. Driving a cab. um I don't even consider getting robbed. Like, I'd be driving in New York City too. Somebody gets out of your cab and just takes off. That's not even robbed. This is like a non-payment. I'm talking about actually robbed. somebody that just doesn't ever want to work, doesn't ever want to pay their bill, they just run. It's, I don't know, man. What's the matter with people? I mean, the amount of work that they cause themselves and the amount of stress by stealing, it'd be easier to work. Like some things, um, it's easier just to work. I think. I don't know, man. Stress is like a something I don't really dig. So it's like just do it. And instead, people want the easy road. Um, I hate Facebook too. With that said, New York State, I saw something the other day. The licenses for like growing marijuana commercially are due on March 15th. If you want to be a grower, and the other one, like the licenses for stores, this is really interesting, are going to people. The people that get in front of the line were the people that were sent to jail and prison during the prohibition. How's that? I heard that. I'm like, really? That's fucking awesome. So they're going to expunge their criminal record and let them go to the front of the line for. Um, no, I'm not really. I'm a dog trainer and an artist. Growing is another thing. That's not something that that's not easy. You're going to spend your whole day doing that. So I'm not going to switch midstreams. Midstream. I work with dogs. I make art. Like people think, oh yeah, you make a lot of money, man. That's a lot of work. I've known people that have done that, like in California, professionally, and it's just like, um, it just sounded like she was always, yeah, it's kind of art. Well, it's growing plants, and I do grow plants, but I don't want to do it professionally. That's not. I don't think that that's as easy as what people think. I mean, the way it sounded with Milk Paint's sister was like she can't just leave. She can't just leave the plants. It requires daily care. Things happen. You have to deal with them. It's a growing thing. So, no, it's not easy at all. I'm not saying I couldn't grow a plant. I can, but it's just like I'm well aware and you start growing inside too. You get issues. You have to have ventilation, or you get mold and fungus. It's just like it's a big investment, and it's not going to be a cakewalk. So I don't look at that. Maybe if I'm older, I might. I don't know, like for something to do. But right now I'm training dogs. But I thought that was interesting that like those people got screwed during the prohibition, went to jail for that, and they're going to put them in the front of the line to be able to, you know, sell weed and grow weed. And I thought that was pretty awesome. Like, you know, so that was years of just nonsense, throwing people in jail for marijuana. Give me a break. Listen, marijuana's a drug, okay? It is, and it can screw you up. I left Anonymous, now I'm back on Vice YouTube. Is a good watch. These guys just do it for fun. I left Anonymous, now I'm back. I'll watch it. I'll watch it. Anonymous hacked Russia recently. Told them they were being lied to. I forgot what else. Who's all fired up about getting a dispensary started? Oh, my father and I were both thrown in jail for it here in New York. Oh, really? Oh, so you guys are in the front of the line. Good. Good. You guys will probably get it. You should. At some point you'll get it. Both you and your dad, the odds are even better. You both apply for it. Maybe you'll get two. So you know this, Trevor. The good. Congratulations. I hope you get it. I go plants. It's legal now, Virginia. It's legal to grow here too. We both have been growing for years. There you go. But you're gonna you'll grow and have a stores at the plant, so your cost won't be as much, and then you'll buy some of the stuff. You'll buy product too. Is that what you'll do? He called me this. Oh, he know. Yeah, it's great, right? I think that anybody that got busted for that shit, you should be. I mean, come on. It was weed thrown in. How long did your dad have to do? Was he locked up for a long time? Were you locked up for a long time? We have to come up with a plan. Maybe you can find a backer too. Like how long were you guys locked up for? If you don't mind me asking, some ridiculous amount of time. A day is too much. Dad, look for people in the city in New York. If you had a joint on you, you're going to jail. You're not getting out. He didn't tell me how long he was in jail. Was back in the 70s. I was only in for one day. Yeah, the 70s. Fuck. That's ridiculous. Was he selling or did he just have possession? Yeah, you qualify. One day is fair. I don't like smoking. I like tinctures you put under your tongue. I gotta go work with the dogs. I just want to talk about that with YouTube. It sucks. Fucking sucks. Never been so stressed out. He didn't tell me the details. I never knew about it until this morning. No shit. I bet he didn't want to talk about it. I just saw something on the news. I did get locked up, son. I don't know if you're giving updates on your page, Paw Trees, but I'm excited to see where they're at this year. Last year, I had 300 pawpaws. I had 300 pawpaws, Shelly, and this year that means I'm going to have product. 300 was too many to process. A lot of them went bad. I'm either going to sell them, send them to friends of mine that are chefs. If you want some, I'll send you some pawpaws. You want pawpaws? Send me your, that'll be in the fall, like late September, October. I have friends that are chefs in New York City. There's also I know you have 3 pawpaw trees. I also have a place up here in Ithaca. I got too many. Now I have way too many. Have you ever eaten them, Shelly? It's an interesting taste. You don't have to do anything to them. You can just get the pulp out and freeze it. It tastes like ice cream. I do have pulp from last year that I was thinking about making some ice cream out of, just taking the pulp and yeah, no problem. And then like the kumquat tree is growing like a weed. Um, what was I thinking? That I was thinking about just adding a little bit of cream, but it really doesn't need any. Um, yeah. So we had this like ice cream maker that you plug in. It's a Cuisinart, I think. It was given to the channel. I think Freddie got it for us, or Ria G, one of the two. But it's fucking awesome. You just put milk in there and whatever, and then 45 minutes, it's done. Yes, it's awful. I haven't had strep throat. Oh, so you got strep throat right now? It's it's snowing here. I'm sick with strep throat. Shelly's got strep throat. Shirley, I mean, not Shelly. SS. That sucks. Go to the doctor if you have to. You know that. Strep sucks, man. Ugh. All right, I got to go live stream dogs, dog training. I just want to talk about that. Maybe that'll be useful to somebody that gets hacked on YouTube. Contact Twitter at Team YouTube on Twitter. Tell them what happened. Oh, you got penicillin. That's good. And write your AdSense account down and all that stuff before it happens. Because when it does happen, you're gonna you can't get into your email until Google gets involved, you know, and they get the creeps off your channel. Because I don't know what Destiny did. Maybe she went on YouTube, like, what do you do? And then she's like, you got to contact Twitter now on Twitter. So I did. So I was pretty freaked out. I kept, you know, like, man, they're live streaming right now and stuff like that. So they weren't on there for longer than 7 or 8 hours, I think, but it was still like, it took days to get my channel back. Anyway, all right, I'll see you guys. Bye. It's sort of cold out, but my hair's dry, so